Hello and welcome to a pretty awesome and invigorating race. Now, first things first, that's not gonna work for me. That's too big of a distance, I'm not doing that today, so I'll just quit and go back in. I'll get some different numbers, we'll see if they're any better. No, not much better. Let's do that again and see what we get this time around. There we go. So now that's not going to work if you hire the agent and the manager. You'll actually have to crash the game and reopen it, but the same thing will work. Eventually you'll get some distances that are fine, or you could log out and go into offline mode and then you'll get a lot shorter distances. All right, so this is an awesome car, Aston Martin Valkyrie. It basically is modeled around an F1 style car, and my goodness, this thing handles awesome. The brakes are amazing. Not quite like an F1 car, but nevertheless, actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, the rates of speed that I was heading into Maggots and Beckett's complex are very close to the 2021 F1 cars. So I guess I take it back. Anyhow, brakes aren't as insane as an F1 car, nor is the grip, but it is amazing. This is one of the best cars in the game. And I was just asked a few days ago about possible endurance races in this car. I totally forgot about this track, and right here coming up is why. This massive cut. You got to take this to do a perpetual endless endurance race. But there used to be a glitch in this game, and it went very simply. If you passed more than 4 cars while you were off track, the game would crash 5 seconds later. So 5 seconds after you got back on track, the game would crash and you'd lose the race, you'd lose everything. Why 5 seconds? Well, because that's how long it takes for a ghost to disappear after you pass a ghost. Oops, got a little snaky there. So when you passed more than 4 cars, the game thought you were a ghost, and once you disappear, obviously the game can't keep going, so it would crash. And that somehow just fixed itself a while ago. No one really went and tried to fix it. This game's weird. It's the same way glitches just sometimes appear that make us so mad. Well, sometimes glitches get fixed just by something else happening somewhere else in the game. It's interesting. It's the one thing I've learned by working with the developers that really surprised me, and that is that this game is a bit of an entity unto itself. It's a weird organism. Like, okay, did you see how I just entered the track? I went quite far to the left. That's because there's another glitch in the game right now, which is if you pass a bot right as he's heading into a corner, he won't brake. He'll just go full throttle into you. It's really strange, but this is the best we've had the bots in a long time, so I'm not asking them to fix it because it's good enough. We've had a lot of trouble. Okay, so Beckett's Complex Chapel Curve heading into Stowe. This vehicle at Stowe, I tell you what, I love it. I love this vehicle at Stowe. It's coming up right here. Very little braking, you power through, you pass. Okay, bad example, I blew the corner. And then we're gonna take the shorter version here. I like that cut, it's more controlled. You could take a faster version of it, but it's more out of control. You actually lose more time on an average basis. And then here, not great. I did one version of this endurance race as a test, made a lot of mistakes, and this is my more polished run. Oh boy, that's dicey. It's funny there was no crashing sound. No cracks in the window, so I'm good. I'm trying very hard not to get damaged. The last version I did of this didn't release the video because I didn't like the data. I had horrible crashes, whole bunch of horrible crashes, and still had no trouble keeping this race going. So first things first, this is easy. Like, I'm gonna hit the perpetual point very soon, actually, right away. It's right around this corner, right after Stowe here. Just keep your eyes forward. You might even be seeing it now in the distance. Yeah, there you go. You can see that big chain of bots, nice and close now. There we go, we're already at the perpetual point. Like, that's shocking, 4 minutes into this race. Now remember, race didn't start till the 29-second mark, so we're not even 4 minutes in. I've hit the perpetual point, like, wow. And we're gonna see some other curious things happening in this race. Did you see my teaser video? Okay, well, if you didn't, I put just a 30-second video out that showed bots just magically appearing right in front of my car. By the way, what just happened back there, you gotta watch out for that. I passed him while I was off track, and then suddenly he's slowing down as we're going past, what is that? Is that Luffield? I think that's Luffield. Yes, that was definitely Luffield. So at Luffield, you have to watch out for 2 things. One, when you're getting back on track, you got to make sure you're not right in the way of where the bots are, because they could totally T-bone you. 2, you got to make sure you're not behind a disappearing bot, because that will also be a problem. One very interesting thing about this particular race is that right now, every car I'm facing is better than a fully upgraded Valkyrie. However, I am substantially catching these guys in most corners. Like, the computer programming just can't handle cars that are as amazing as the Valkyrie. Now let's take a look at the costs associated with this car, ways you could earn it, and series it appeared in. Purchase price, 1,150 gold, but I wouldn't spend that. All R upgrades, 3,581,800. All gold upgrades, 1,865. Yikes. Now, first chance to get this car was in an event called First Flight. It was recommended PR, which means you only had to buy upgrades if you needed to. So I only needed R upgrades, 841,300. I earned all that gold and R as rewards. It was awesome. The next chance to earn it was a championship series. Unfortunately, you needed all R upgrades and 1,165 gold. Still cheaper than buying it and then upgrading it. The first series was Flight of the Valkyrie, which had reasonable rewards, but then the exclusive series had way better rewards and better races that paid better. So honestly, I would wait. First Flight has already ran twice, and even if you waited for the championship, like, yeah, it's a lot more currency, but it's way cheaper than buying the car and then buying all those upgrades. You know, save 1,150 gold on that purchase price. So honestly, I'd be patient. This is a very popular car. I'm pretty sure that they'll run one of those events again, maybe even another time yet, because it's just such an awesome car. Okay, so let's check this out. Here at Weird, this is Maggots right here, Beckett's Complex, this here, and then we're getting into Chapel Curve. Oh, that was sweet. Like, if I was in an F1 car, I would not have been able to make that overtake as much as I did. So this car, I mean, it's pretty awesome. You could actually skip some of these cuts at this point. Like, this cut I'd still take, because it keeps the momentum going. Remember, fame per minute, it's about fame and about speed. So you don't collect fame whenever your distance marker turns red. So notice what happens right here when I go off track and it turns red. That means no fame, no R dollars. However, I cut through that section so fast. Like, to stay on track to go through that whole section there, I would have given up a lot of time. So I'm actually getting better fame per minute by taking the cut and losing some earnings. Also, you need to do those cuts initially so you can pass the 42 cars as fast as possible to hit the perpetual point. It might be possible to actually hit the perpetual point without ever taking that second huge cut. Just taking the quick chicane cut that I'll be taking here in just a few seconds after Stowe. So this is Stowe, then we're at Vale, and yeah, so I think this might be the only cut you actually need, but I would recommend, for fame per minute purposes, to do both cuts. Now you'll notice that I really slow down a lot for both of those cuts. That's because you don't want to be sliding when you're off track. It'll eat up all sorts of time. So, you know, I'm taking this very cautiously, but notice how I'm not sliding around. And then I was careful with that guy, and then I can stay full throttle. Now, start watching on the horizon as I'm coming out of Luffield, just to see if you can see the bots starting to appear. So it's called the origin point, or other people call it the spawning point. The point of bot creation. If you ever wondered where baby bots come from, you're about to find out. It starts happening in this race. Well, not for a little bit yet. In the video that I did, I was showing some at the 70-kilometer mark, but it did start happening sooner than that. It just was more in the distance. It's interesting. It's a weird glitch. So I've had this happen not that many times. I've never been able to figure it out. Honestly, guys, I've done thousands of endurance races, yet this glitch has only happened to me maybe 10 times. 2 or 3, at least 3 that I caught on video. So years ago at this exact track, this happened to me in the, I want to say in a Mazda. I could be wrong. I might have been in the Porsche. I'll throw a link up to the video. It's really short. I wasn't talking at that time, but it was at this exact track. And at a certain point, bots appeared right in front of me, and I just crashed into them. It was kind of funny. And then I had this happen in my very first Audi R8 LMS Ultra at Porsche Test Track Short. It happened in that video, but it didn't happen too much. Then there was a time I had it happen at that same track in the Ferrari FXXK, and it was really funny. The bots were appearing right after the start-finish line. They don't always appear at the same spot, don't know why. But I was crossing the start-finish line and a bot appeared exactly in front of me. Like, we're talking like 2 inches away. And I had no choice but to plow into him. It didn't wreck the race, I just kept going. Then I've had strange things happen, like at a Dubai circuit in a Bugatti. I forget which one. Yeah, I forget which one. I'll throw a link up to the video though. It's really strange. I had no clue that there were bots behind me until I stopped and waited at the start-finish line for the race to end. And then like a good 40 bots were behind me. So I thought, hey, I'm gonna chase them down and see if I can keep the race going. And it actually kept going. They were just normal bots. And then I also had it happen very strangely at Indianapolis Motor Speedway in the Ferrari F14T. Like, there's just no rhyme or reason to it. So when I put out the short version of this video, I got reports from people. One guy had a person, not sure, guy or lady, don't know. One player had it happen at What's going on? Look how close they are. Holy smokes. Okay, anyway, one player had it happen at Austria. Never heard of that before. Another guy had it at, another player had it happen. Gosh, did they say Brands Hatch or was it? No. It was Monza Junior. And that was new for me to hear. And then I had, weeks ago, I had a couple of players telling me it was happening at Suzuka East. So really, and some of it at really short distances, like 10, 12 kilometers. So I don't know what's happening, and I don't know how to trigger it. It's just, there's a glitch. So this isn't a normal, like, I'm not convinced that endless endurance races are a glitch. I think it might be by design, guys, because it's 42 cars and you get it. So I don't necessarily think this is a glitch. I just think it can't be talked about. I consider this to be like a hidden Easter egg, and it's for people who really got to race hard. A lot of the races are pretty difficult. I'd say this one is easy. Oh my goodness, look how, okay, I think we're seeing that spawning point coming up really soon. Here's one rule of endurance races. The faster you can run back-to-back laps, the closer the bots get grouped together. So let's see if we can see the origin point here. Nope, not yet. They're still appearing. Oh, we're gonna have to watch that guy. Is he? Whoa! Yep, he's ghosting out on us. That's so funny. By the way, did you know you can actually take that road to pit lane and it's not off track, but of course you'll smash into the wall. And you might have seen me heading over to the pit road over here once in a while just for fun, because you can drive on the exit of pit road. And I get the question so many times, will Real Racing 3 ever add pit stops? No, they definitely won't. It would have to change far too much about the game. Like, it's not just about taking those barriers away. It's about programming in pit stops. Like, how the heck does that work? Are there people coming over the wall? How is it all going to work? Oh my gosh, that was nasty. They just can't do it. It's not going to happen. It would have to be a whole new game, a new engine. I mean, like a new design engine. There's already enough problems with tracks like Le Mans where some people can't load it on older devices. Some people on really old devices can't even load Spa. So it's just not going to happen, guys. I'm sorry. You know, it would be cool if it would be. It would add another level of realism, a little more real racing. I've played games where there was tire wear and all those types of things could happen, and maybe will appear in a future version of games. Like maybe tire wear will be a factor, or weather conditions. I don't know. But we're definitely never going to see pit stops in Real Racing 3. It's just not going to happen. It would be a new game. Okay, now let's watch. We could be starting to see that origin point pretty soon, I think. Because, see, I didn't know that this glitch was happening until it happened. So let's just check this out. So the bots, again, you get these funny groups where they're really tightly grouped. And like, look at this, like overpowering. Can I take him out here? No, I better be careful. You'll notice I'm being more careful to protect my car because you might not know this. There's 2 levels of damage. So a cracked windshield means, like minor cracks means you have stage 1 damage. More cracks means you have stage 2 damage, and there's only 2 stages, which with each stage, you lose on all levels. So you lose top speed, you lose acceleration, you lose brakes, and you lose grip. And with this car, I really noticed the grip fall off, especially when you have this awesome section coming up here. That's where I noticed the grip. I had to change my braking points. Like right there, I thought, nuts, is my car damaged? But no, I was just going in there too fast. Like I was heading in there at over 360 kilometers an hour, which that's what I would be doing in an F1 car. So, I mean, like, look at that though. Like passing 2 cars after Stowe? That's just not normal. Did you just see what happened? Check the replay screen, bottom of the circle. What's going on? Blow it up. He just vanishes. There's no way I passed him. Maybe this is something to do with the spawning point. That's just crazy. I've never ever seen that. Can we see the spawning point now? No, still too early. Maybe I should play around a little bit? I almost wanted to take the pit road, but then you smash. The one pit road you can take in this game? Daytona Motor Speedway. That's it. Not the Daytona road courses or like road course, motorcycle course. Daytona Motor Speedway, you can drive through pit lane if you want to. And I've sometimes done that for fun in certain videos. But that's it. Now, let's see here. Heading to Stowe again. It's got to be this time. Yeah, we're going to see that origin point. Well, not here, of course. But as I get onto Luffield, we'll watch in the distance. Oh, here we are, the tighter group of bots again. Ooh, I went off track a bit trying to deal with that guy. I'll have to be careful going through the section here. The chicane heading to Bridge. So, well, that's pretty good. I thought I was going to go off track. It didn't go off track. Let's watch for that origin point. Okay, cutting Luffield. Oh, here we go. There's no one in front of this guy. Okay, watch in the distance. Poof. They just suddenly appear. You see it? Next lap, they're going to appear a little bit closer. So let's watch for that. You know, one guy in the comments of my little teaser video there, he was saying it would be interesting if I tried to get my car in the exact spot where spawning occurs and see if a bot would appear right on top of me. That would be cool. The problem is they could appear right in front of me and then I crash into them and then I lose my handling. I couldn't believe I pulled that off. I thought for sure I was going to lose traction, but I just kept it dialed in. Oh, I love it. Okay, look at this. Tight group again. I'm going to have to be careful heading to the chicane. I don't want to plow into this guy. Whoa, Nelly. That was a little bit sketchy. Okay, let's see if we see the origin point as we're cutting across and heading to Luffield. Okay, no one in front of me. Let's watch what happens. Bam! You see that? That's crazy. And it gets even closer at a point. Okay, so now if I keep running faster, they're going to appear closer. Now, obviously, if I start running slower, they'll start appearing further up. I think what's happened at this point, I think the game lost track of where I am in the game. That's what I think has happened. Or I mean, on the track, they've lost track of me. Oh gosh, we're heading into Stowe side by side. That's no good. I'm going to let them have it, and then I'll pass them. Nice. Okay, so anyways, that's what I think has happened. I think the game might have lost track of me, and it's creating bots. I don't know. I really don't understand this. It's weird, and so it is what it is. Oh, okay. So that's going to affect that spawning point. Let's see what happens here. As we go around there. Yep. So we're still probably going to see some bots appearing in front of me. Whoa! But they're going to be, it was quite far in the distance. Hard to see. So you got to be running ridiculously fast. Well, that means I could keep backing this up more and more. Huh. That's really interesting. I think I've had this happen a couple of times at Dubai, I think. Yeah. Anyhow, basically this could happen at any track. It seems to happen more at this track because you can do such extreme cutting. But then people are saying you're having it happening at tracks where you're not doing any cutting. So that's just so weird. I just don't get it. Oh, I had to be a little bit careful with that guy. Okay, got him. Nice. Now, we're going to end at 100 kilometers, and then I'm definitely going to take you into the profitability of this race, because I think this is an awesome race. I think this is a really good farming race, but I'll give you the exact numbers down to a 10th. All right? Oh, 2 cars in front of me. I better run faster. Did I catch either one of them? No. But still, you could see there was only 2 cars, yet we go around here heading to Cops. This is Cops Corner right here. And we're going to see there's definitely more bots up there. So, okay, 2 bots in front of me. Can I overtake both of them going through the S's here? Let's see. Okay, Beckett's Complex. Oh, that's risky. Chapel Curve. Wow, I had to take it. I mean, I was passing the guy, so that really threw me off. But that's pretty impressive. This car is just stinking awesome. I'm really looking forward to the Aston Martin Valhalla, which we're going to have access to in just a few days. If you're watching this video more in the future, I'll have a playlist link available for that vehicle because it's also a recommended PR event, and the Valhalla is the more street-friendly version of the Valkyrie. So it's a little bit scaled back, but I think it's still going to be an awesome car. I'm really looking forward to it. Again, I took it easy with that guy. Oh, no one there. Let's check it out. What's going to happen? Whoa, gosh. So I had a feeling they were going to appear right in front of me. So that's why I made sure to be to the right. I didn't want him to appear right in front of me and crash. Isn't that crazy? Like, I mean, pardon me, groan. Oh gosh, that's going to throw off the spawn. I'm sure some people are going to accuse me of doing a hack or something like that. It gets really tiring, people, to hear that. I'm not hacking this game, and if you're good at this game, you know that. You know, you can see how I'm driving, and you know there's nothing unusual about the handling of my car. There's nothing I've done to this game. It's easy to see hacked versions of this game. It gets so tiring to hear hacking accusations. They're by people who aren't very good at this game. You know what? When I wasn't very good at this game, I thought piles of people were hacking. Like, I thought everyone in Group A and in Group B were hacking. Then I got better at this game and I realized, oh, I was wrong. A lot of the top players, they're not hacking, they're just good. A lot of people who hack, when you take a look at how they race, it's like, oh man, you're not a very good driver. It's just pretty obvious. You can watch some time trial videos and it's just pretty obvious, honestly. So, I mean, knock it off. I got lots of tips on how to get better. Oh, look at that. That was an awesome overtake going through there. Okay, so like I said, we're going to end this at 100 kilometers. And what I'm going to do to give us accurate frame per minute numbers is I will end the timing of the race right at 100 kilometers. I'll slam my vehicle off track and then go back and end at exactly 100 kilometers. So we get frame per minute based on the time of 100 kilometers and the distance of 100 kilometers, all right? That's coming up very soon. So like right now, we're getting so close, I could skip the cut and end the race pretty soon, but that's not gonna give us the proper numbers of how I'm actually running the race. So look, I got to the origin point again. Anyway, gotta end it. Calling the end time at 22:58. So I'm gonna get back on track here. I gotta give up 100th of distance. And then we're just gonna fade to the next part of the race. I'm not gonna make you watch the countdown. Okay, fade into this. And I'm double timing this part just to make it go by faster. So much damage. It's hilarious. Friends bonus, gotta love that. I'm gonna extract that when I get to the R per minute. And again, I didn't hire the manager of the agent, just core numbers this time around. Okay, 22:29 actual race time. Fame per minute, 952.7. R per minute, 6,074.7. That's awesome fame per minute. A reminder that I've removed the friends bonus to give you the true R per minute. Double these numbers with the manager and the agent, and add even more if you do it on bonus R and bonus fame days. So hey, awesome farming race. Thanks for joining me, guys. Please check out some other links. Please like and subscribe, and race you later.